live from LA. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Guys, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
How about the music in the background? Kind of eerie around here. Everyone has gone all out around here, and I have to say it's
somebody
impressive.
from the other side of the table blows a lot of smoke.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what
Some
it is?
real smoke.
I'm cool. They call you boy Sub-Zero.
Do they?
All right.
Sub-
I love it. But here's the thing. Skip, you have been teasing this
I
big
have.
announcement. Any hints?
I got a big announcement to make, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh, that's all. That's all we're going to get.
A few minutes here on the show,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
going to unleash it.
All right.
Still gonna cut your L.
Yeah.
You ready for that, Shannon?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Until we get there, we have so much to get to today.
I'm Embiid
How
in town.
concerned should the Browns be with Baker Mayfield and is Dak
I don't
Prescott
wanna
being
be told.
disrespected in the latest QB
Yes.
rankings? Do you hear that, Skip?
Yes.
But hey, we got to start with a fight in Philly last night. Joel Embiid and Karl-Anthony Towns were both ejected after a shoving match escalated into a full-on brawl. At one point, Embiid could be seen putting his thumb in Towns' eye, and later teammate Ben Simmons had his forearm across Towns' neck at the bottom of the pile. After the game, Embiid said the incident happened out of nowhere, and since he didn't throw a punch, he does not expect to be suspended. He also said, quote, "I like to get in people's minds." A lot there. Shannon, whose side are you on?
Well, Skip, it's kind of hard to pick a side because you don't really know what led up to this. I think I know what led up to this. They've been going kind of back and forth over the last couple of years on Twitter. You know, a couple of years ago, for 2 years straight, I think, general manager says if I had to start a team, Karl-Anthony Towns would be the player that I would select.
Yep.
Joel Embiid says, I'm the best big man in basketball.
Yep.
Okay, the general manager says this, Joel Embiid says that. So they go back and forth. Now, last night what happens is Joel Embiid comes down, a hard double team, dislodges the ball from Anthony Towns, it goes back the other way. Okay, the arms get tangled. And normally, Skip, you know, your arms get tangled. You're like, okay, I'm going to take my arm out, you take your arm out. But that's not how it goes, Skip. You know, I got to snatch my arm, you snatch yours, I got to snatch my arm now, so we snatching arms out each other. I give you a light shove. Well, hold on, you shove me. I can't. I got a two-hand shove you. And it goes from there. I'm going to give a slight nod to Embiid. I'm going to say it's a 10-9. It's not a 10-8 round, Skip, because Cat almost hip-tossed him. I thought he was going to hip-toss him, Skip. Like, oh, he didn't. Got him down, and they go to the ground, and then everybody run. That's a lot of money coming into that picture. They don't even realize, Skip, that's money. They're running to try to break this fight up, and Adam Silver's like, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
Good point.
But Skip, in a situation like that, Skip, they shouldn't fine him. Because you know, they're coming in to break it up. They're not trying to add friction to it. But Skip, when I look at it like this here, and then you see Ben Simmons on the bottom of this, Skip, I'm gonna have to see Ben. Skip, I gotta see Ben. Because here's the thing, you grab your guy, don't you come grab me. Everybody knows in our community, you get in a fight, Skip, you better make sure somebody can grab somebody and you can grab somebody, because if you grab the wrong person and that person gets stole on, now he mad at two people, he got to swing on you. Happened to me in college, Skip. We playing pickup basketball, dude named Jason Bryant. I'll never forget it. I'm tell you, at the end of it, you're going to like, okay, I see. Skip, they get the hard foul. They get the shoving and pushing, they swing on each other. And one dude grabbed Jason. Well, the dude fires on him. He turns around the dude that grabbed him. He punches him, knocks his tooth out.
Ooh.
Jason said, you know what? I got something for all y'all. He starts to leave. Sharp, man, you need to grab for what? Because I already know he's going to get his gun, Skip.
Ooh.
I said, nah, I ain't going to grab nothing. I said, y'all can wait here. I'm gone.
Ooh.
Skip, right now he got life with no parole. Killed a police officer
Oh, my
about
gosh.
15 years ago.
Ooh.
So I knew he had to make up what he was made of. You don't grab somebody, Ben, because it looks like, hold on, it looks like it's 2 for 1, Skip. I can see you grab him and somebody grab Joel Embiid. But when you on the ground, it looks like he got him in a rear naked choke. It looked like Karl-Anthony Towns
like he's tapping out.
trying to tap out. I'm like, come on,
Then he
man.
goes back to his huddle, and Karl-Anthony's going like this, like, he had me around the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Carl doesn't know. I mean, he doesn't know, you know, what's going on. He just knows, well, I know it's not one of my guys doing it. And so he's going to look at the steal shot. He's going to look, man, Ben Simmons laying on top of me with his forearm around my neck. So now I got to, you know, me and Ben going to have a conversation, and Ben's going to have to do some explaining. But Skip, this goes back that, look, these are two big men. One thinks he's the better of the two. The other thinks I'm the better of the two. And they've been going back and forth on Twitter. They've been jabbing each other. You know, I'm a lion, you ain't no lion, you soft. And see, the thing that Joel Embiid has is intimate knowledge. He played with a guy that was in that locker room, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler said, I can't stay here. Y'all too soft. We can't win anything. You, Anthony, you, Cat, you, Wiggins, I want out. And so now Joel Embiid has that information, that knowledge. Man, y'all soft.
You see in his IG post, he added Jimmy Butler because he wanted Jimmy to know all about what went on. Right?
So,
Wanted him in the know.
Yeah.
And so that's what's going on. We can talk about the media. And Karl-Anthony Towns, we talked about something the other day. Anthony Davis playing through pain, playing through injury because he wants to change the narrative. What Karl-Anthony Towns said, I've had enough of you people calling me soft.
Yeah,
I'm dropping the drop anchor right here. From this day moving forward, you will not perceive me as being soft because I'm about to do something. Hey, so here's where we are right now, Skip. So I think this is going to be something I wish they were in the same conference. This is not going to be a Bird Magic situation because what's the likelihood, Skip, we see in Karl-Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid in the NBA Finals? Like Bird and Magic, if they had tussle, we know at some point we're going to see them in the NBA Finals. We can resume this.
There's high likelihood of one of those two being in the NBA Finals. The guy who plays for Philadelphia, but go ahead.
The thing is with Bird and Magic, Skip, yeah, they saw each other, once at home, once on the road, but they played in the finals a lot. And so they got an opportunity to renew this. I don't know how many more times we're going to get an opportunity to see this outside of the regular season. It would be great if we could see it in the postseason, but I don't think that's very highly unlikely. So I'm going to give a slight nod to Embiid, but he does a great job of needling people. And once he gets you on that hook, Skip, he ain't letting you go. So this is what you're going to have to deal with for the next 10 years, Karl-Anthony Towns, is dealing with Joel Embiid, believing that he rents space in your mind.
Okay, well said. All good points. I disqualify myself. I love Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I do too.
Love the way he plays. Love to watch him play. I even love his post-game antics on Instagram. He was more in the wrong here. He was the escalator of this because he was the one who gave the first big shove when they got their arms locked up. And I don't know how many times you got your arms locked up with DBs after the whistle had blown and you're just sort of yanking and pulling. And you're trying to sort of establish who's superior here.
That is correct.
And that's what was going on, and Joel would not literally let it go until he gave one big shove to him because he thinks he basically mentally owns Karl-Anthony Towns.
He does.
And to your point, and to his credit, Karl-Anthony finally said, okay, that's enough of this. I can't take it anymore because I can't risk taking it anymore. I'm more of a lover than a fighter because I think he's a really good guy. I don't think he came to the NBA to fight.
No.
Joel just doesn't seem to care. If you want to play, you'll play. If you want to fight, good. Let's have fun. Let's fight. And his hashtag at the end of his post was fight night. Okay? Like he's embracing it.
Exactly.
Like if Karl-Anthony said, let's just show up at the arena tonight, let's just fight. Let's not play a game, let's just fight. Okay. All right. That'd be fun.
You see how Joel Embiid, Skip, he's in there, and they break it up. He getting the crowd hype.
The crowd, he loved it.
No, not only did he get the crowd hype, he goes over to Mike Scott on his bench, and he's like, "Did you see what I just did?" And remember what Mike Scott just did on opening NFL Sunday? Do you remember that?
Yeah, he wore a Washington jersey.
Because he's from Virginia.
To a Eagles.
To the pregame tailgate. And he was swinging on. I looked at the video this morning, but he's up against like 5 Eagle fans. They're all about half his size.
Correct.
But one of them just comes at him, and he's just swinging on him. And I can't believe there wasn't a little more punishment on all fronts from that. But he sort of skated out of that one. But Mike Scott threw some big punches.
He did.
So Embiid's going to Mike Scott. Did you see I did it too. I was swinging, and there were some little punches thrown in that scrum.
Well, Karl tried to get a punch in. He didn't
I think Embiid, as they were going down, he had a couple of swipes in there.
Well, he did have his thumb in his idol.
He got him in the eye. So, again, I'm impressed that Karl-Anthony at least stood up for himself, and I think he'll win some points around the league for fighting back. I'm not endorsing fighting, but sometimes when you get pushed far enough, you just got to stand up. And we don't want to see bloodshed. We don't want to see
Kermit Washington, Rudy Tomjanovich.
We don't want to see that.
Or the Malice in the Palace.
Ooh, either one of those. Because I've told you I was there that night at the Kermit Washington. I wound up for the LA Times, getting sent to the hospital on death watch.
Right.
I thought
Oh my God.
Rudy
he
TD
was going to die. They
yeah.
sent
Yeah.
me to Centinela Hospital down by the airport here in Southern California, LA.
Right.
Because they thought he was going to die because Kermit got a full-speed punch in on him.
And then Rudy was running. He not only did Kermit swing as hard as he could, Rudy was running into the punch. So it was a perfect storm.
Yeah, and we indicating any of that.
Right.
I'm talking about just kind of literally pushing back.
Right.
And maybe wrestling back.
Right.
It just sort of escalates into a big wrestling match.
Right.
But you have to stand your ground. Now, for Joel, he said before the year, I'm going to leave all that stuff behind. And he's got a little bit of Dwight Howard in him, in that he's got fun lover in him.
Right.
He's got big silly in him.
Right.
He's got I don't take basketball that seriously in him. But in the end, I said on this show before this year started, he is, I know it's a little bit of a long shot, but I'm hanging in with him to be MVP this year, and he's off to a